Boy was making a video. Suddenly, a huge ball of fire breaks through the sky and lands in the valley. Passers-by was watching it strangely. Cameraman was curious about it. The police were soon on the lookout for them. The police officers looked down the hill. Luckily, he was not spotted. Curiosity got the better of him, and he walked in the direction of the falling fireball. He found a giant flying saucer hovering in midair. He wants to capture it by camera, but the saucer disappeared into thin air. As Jack's face is confused, he suddenly feels someone on his back. He turned around to see an alien with no trousers on. The alien appeared in front of him. He subconsciously switched on the camera, tried to record the amazing scene, but the alien turned his head and walked away. When he came to his senses, Jimmy ran for his life, but on his way to escape, his eyes went black. He lost consciousness and passed out. When he woke up again, it was a week later. He found himself on top of a mountain. There was still a pain in his left hand. He turned on the camera next to him. He found himself floating in the air, drawn by a mysterious force. When he got home, he stared at the television set in front of him and thought about what was going on. The television suddenly disappeared. When he reached out to touch, it felt like he had touched a strange dimension. Do you believe in aliens' existence? When he reached out to touch it, it felt like he had touched a strange dimension. Then he concentrated again. The TV magically reappeared. He realized that he seemed to have gained some kind of superpower. Then he tried to control the object with his mind. And just as he had thought, the object disappeared and then reappeared. His arm kept hurting. To find out what was wrong with him, he went to a doctor and had a checkup. When the doctor saw the results, he was incredulous. John's arm had suffered a bizarre fracture. It was as if some advanced technology had gone straight through it. A normal fracture would not have been so complete. What was even more bizarre was that there were no marks on the arm. The doctors couldn't explain this phenomenon. Then approached his colleague and used the cup to demonstrate his powers. The colleague was unimpressed. He even looked disdainful. Then he picked up the cup. John then realized that only he could see the so-called superpowers. Comment what kind of power you like to have. John had no choice but to upload the video of the alien he had filmed to the internet. To his surprise, the video quickly attracted a lot of attention from the internet. The media soon contacted John, did a special interview with John. Just as John was becoming an internet sensation, John was contacted by a girl named Lisa. She told John that he was in danger. It turned out that Lisa had been in the same situation as he, so the two met up at a cafe. Lisa tells John that the police are trying to cover up the fact that there are aliens, and that they are secretly arresting humans who have encountered them for research. Lisa found out that 20 years ago, a man called Carl had an alien encounter, but then this Carl mysteriously disappeared. Lisa said we could try to find this Carl, and maybe we could find the truth. So the two of them went to look for this clue about Carl. When they were caught by two men in black, John was gunned down by the men in black as he ran away. When John woke up again, he found himself locked in a white room. Through the window of the room, he sees that Lisa has also been taken in. At this point, a man in a suit appears on the video. He tells John that he is an FBI agent. He's about to run some tests on John, but then John suddenly breaks free. He grabs the equipment around him and kills two robots. Then he finds Lisa's room. He uses his powers to open the door and rescue Lisa. As soon as the two escape from the lab, the man in the suit has ordered a manhunt for them. The two men had to find Carl. Do you think aliens exist? When Carl saw them, he panicked and took out a device to cut off the two men's trackers. The man in the suit on the other side had lost his target. Carl then told the group that during his time in hiding, he had developed a device that could translate alien. He also learns from the video Jack took that the aliens will visit Earth again in 3 days. And sure enough, the aliens reappear. They converged on the cabin. In conversation with the aliens, they learned that their purpose for coming to Earth was to seek the origin of the universe. Lisa wondered why our arms were hurting after being taken away. The aliens then took out a bracelet and separated Lisa's arm. Inside was a tracker. While the alien was removing the capsule from John, man in the suit surrounded the cabin with his men. To buy time for John, Carl grabbed his gun and rushed out, but they shoot Carl dead. Lisa goes to check on him and is also killed by this time. John's arm had been successfully docked. The alien tells John to concentrate on his senses, and he can save them. With that, the alien disappeared into thin air. By now, John has fully mastered his powers. Man in the suit, outside the door, ordered a strong attack. At the same time, John instantly stops time and picks up Lisa and transports her to another dimension. At the same time, Carl was transferred. Then the alien walked up to Lisa and gave her a touch to revive her. Then they all got into the flying saucer and disappeared. Man in the suit looked at the disappearing saucer and was confused. In the other world, Lisa and John lived a happy life, and Carl continues to work on his experiments. Do you like to have this power?